know what I'm saying? But what we got today? Nina Lynn disgusts me. I didn't heard, you know what I'm saying, she didn't got into some trouble or something, but I don't know what she did. So we finna find out.
Nina Lynn's situation is pretty cut and dry. Her and Zoe Spencer essayed a person named Saeed, Silky's assistant.
Damn, they essayed somebody? Damn.
And now everybody is on Nina's head specifically, and don't get me wrong, I'm completely happy about it. I don't endorse crimes like that, and honestly, she deserved it. The issue is that while everyone is preaching about how if the roles were reversed it'd be different, that's just not true. And I said it before with Zoe Spencer, when the internet, but more specifically the W&L community, was on her head. They were right for criticizing these weird women, but they don't keep the same energy for male streamers. I literally said it in my video. Yeah, it's weird, but niggas don't say nothing about Deshae Frost though. So
you know his content be crazy. You know what I'm saying? But he's been doing a little 360. You know what I'm saying? Once he got with the Capaholics and DDG, he's been more professional and more, you know what I'm saying, cool. You know what I'm saying? But when he first started off and when he was by himself, his content was a little insane.
Talk about Nina Lynn and how weird she is, but I'm gonna keep side-eyeing because they got people with weird cases around them, but there is not the same energy. I'm gonna quit yapping. You already know I'm the hood Socrates, and let's start. I think the best thing to do is to first show you guys the clip that caused all this drama. And I'm probably gonna have to censor it a bit because it is very disturbing.
She always on. Hey, come on. Show you can. Show you can.
23. He's consensual.
No, he's not consensual.
Yes, he is.
He's not even saying nothing.
Damn. What's she trying to do? She trying to pick him up?
Man.
He likes it. Give.
Oh, no. Yo. You remind me of that one.
And mind you, this ain't even the full context of the situation. There's more that transpires after this clip. Honestly, you don't need to see.
Damn. But I ain't gonna lie, if the roles was reversed, it would have, you know what I'm saying, motherfuckers definitely would have been on heads. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, obviously he not trying to go with you. He in the corner trying to duck off from you. And you steady trying to touch a motherfucker. Leave people alone. I get you trying to make funny content, but it's a limit. It's a line to the shit. You know what I'm saying? We don't know where your hands been. Dusty, crusty ass motherfuckers. We don't know what the fuck you been doing, what you been touching. Don't touch me. Don't come and touch me.
Anything else. It's sick as hell, and you have two women trying to force a sexual encounter on a man. Nina attempted to hold him down, and Zoe kept trying to put her butt on him. When it happened, I wonder why nobody was going harder on the situation.
That's crazy. She's trying to throw it back on a nigga that's not trying to catch it. He's not trying to catch it, shorty. You know what I'm saying? Keep it pushing.
It makes me inclined to feel like people are only doing it now because they dislike Zoe and Nina, and it's less about the actual issue of SA. Cause look, this clip has been a thing for months now, and it's only resurfacing because the internet's collective conscious does not mess with either women. I promise you, if the internet didn't actually have hate boners for Zoe and Nina prior to this clip, niggas would not care. It's only cause nobody likes those two women, and oddly enough, Nina Lynn spoke on this phenomenon, but
that is facts though. That is fact, because they do get a lot of hate. You know what I'm saying? We don't get the same grace or the same outlook when it comes to that type of situation when it's on a man. It's like, oh, my nigga, move on. But it's like, if it's the roles were reversed and she done broke down and cried or came on stream like that was fucked up, everybody came to her rescue like, oh, that nigga shouldn't have did that and da-da-da-da-da. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Well, have that same energy for the nigga that wasn't trying to catch what she was trying to throw.
I want to elaborate on that idea a little later in the video because situations like this are going to keep happening if we don't address it. But I can look at this stuff and scoff and criticize them for their behavior. But part of me is just irritated that the internet is only giving this energy as a gotcha. If they really cared about double standards or they cared about victims who are men, they wouldn't just be bringing it up now. You'll never see these same streamers talk about male victims or awareness outside of something like this. Promise. But Saeed ended up posting on Twitter. Let me read them for you. They didn't even post the full thing. There's a part where they literally take me to the room and try to pull down my clothing. When it originally happened, most people were attacking me, and I felt so uncomfortable talking about it that I only talked about it with people that I know. Niggas did not.
Damn. No, they really wildin'. You try to Diddy the nigga. You just tried to take him to a room. Was there cameras in the room? Because if it was, that wasn't even content purposes if it wasn't no camera in the room. You just went in there and tried to pull his pants down. You know what I'm saying? Took you in a back room and tried to, you know what I'm saying? That's wild. They need to be stopped. Somebody needs to stop them, because that's crazy. I want to know what they have to say, you know what I'm saying, to clear this up.
I care when this initially happened. Like, the clip's been out for months and all of a sudden people care now. Saeed literally confirmed it, niggas attacking him and stuff. Like I said, I'm just side-eyeing. But it just makes it so...
But what is the nigga gonna say to you? Like, what did he do wrong? You know, well, we didn't see the full clip, but from the clip that we just seen, what did he do wrong for niggas to try to attack him?
Much more heartbreaking. And Saeed, trust me, I don't know if you're gonna see this, but I understand, twin, and you're so strong. You're real strong for being able to express that you went through this. It means so much that you still have your voice, and if you still have your voice, you have not lost power, and that's really all that matters. And that goes for anybody. Never lose your voice, because even if it's faint, you still got power. You feel me? But let's take a look at Nina's response.
So what if he says, I feel like you did some shit wrong?
No, so the whole Saeed thing, no one essay Saeed. That's why today I was actually looking for Saeed. I was gonna talk to him, like, you definitely felt disrespected as a person. Me, I take accountability what I do. If you dead ass felt disrespected, I didn't know. So you gotta let me know. If you did, I will always apologize. I mean, that's just normal people. But for him to walk around and say all that crazy shit, you never think about what Saeed's thinking too, though. Like, who wants to walk around being called that? That's embarrassing for him as a guy.
You didn't see Saeed today?
I was looking for him. I was looking everywhere for him. No one. Yo, cut the cameras, bro. Don't do your shit. Look at my Louis Vuitton. Hold on, bitch.
No. I'm not 48 of him. He's not consenting.
Zoe.
Like, that's crazy. Cut the cameras, and she on top of him. Yeah, man. Hey, y'all wildin'. And this was out a couple months ago. I'm just now seeing this.
Yeah.
Not consenting.
Yo, get this right here. Yo!
So she claims that she takes accountability, but she also turns around and dismisses what he feels and says that's embarrassing as a man. Little side note, as a black man, that's the 360 they try to put you in at birth. They try to make you fit this monolith of strength and masculinity. You have to tell them niggas no. You cannot try to fit their unrealistic mold. You just cannot.
They be wanting to party, and you gotta tell them no. What Cat Williams saying, you gotta tell them no. And it's okay to say no. It's okay to be like, I don't care if the camera's on, I don't care if whatever situation you got going on. If you don't feel comfortable with doing something, and this goes for both parties, men and women, no, I'm not doing that. It's okay to say, you know what I'm saying, straight up.
Not realistic, and it's not something you can live up to. And that's exactly why Nina said it's embarrassing as a man. They try to force you to be in that mold. And Nina, how are you taking accountability then? And it's not like it wasn't obvious Saeed didn't like it. And the thing is, Saeed never let them do anything. He kept trying to move around. His body language was saying a lot. And he even said no during the incident. So how was she confused? And even after that, Silky himself stepped in. But another issue I had is that Zoe kept going even after Silky stepped in. Their environment enables this degenerate behavior. Everyone starts laughing when Zoe keeps chasing Saeed. That type of treatment towards something like SA is exactly why Twitch keeps getting involved in controversy surrounding it. It's sick that nobody is giving it the care it needs. If shorties keep trying to violate boundaries, you kick them out, and vice versa with men. But no. Straight
up, because if it was a dude doing that, they definitely would have kicked him out of the whatever event they was having or whatever celebration or collab they was having. They'd have been like, bro, gotta go. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? Like when Kodak kept, you know what I'm saying, I guess making, you know, gestures or saying uncomfortable things to Zoe, people backed her up like, oh, that was messed up. So people should have that same energy for when Zoe doing that to other people. And so I don't remember her name, Nina. Nobody
did that. Niggas not even understanding that they're fostering the same environment that they claim they do not agree with. And also, apparently mods in the chat were deleting messages that mentioned Saeed or the incident. And honestly, that's weird. I really dislike PR culture and correctness. And what I mean is that actions like this are a direct result of the internet and trying to maintain the best image and curating responses. And I just feel like I can go on a tangent about it, so I'ma chill. Just a little mini gripe for me. Saeed also said he's gonna be making a statement himself a little later, so look out for that, especially with him being the wrong party. And I don't want to just say victim because of the connotation, and I'm all for empowering people over here on this channel. But I'm gonna let you guys watch Anita's response in its entirety and you can form your own opinion.
Everyone else who is talking about me right now, whoever creator, whatever streamer, I truly could give a fuck. I don't care. Okay, anything they say, I don't care.
But it's like, but you just say I take accountability, but people that's talking about you or giving their opinions, you don't care. Well, you should care a little bit. You know what I'm saying? To be like, okay, if 9 out of 10 people say it's a dog, probably I was gonna do my research and look into, because it may be a dog. So if a lot of people saying this is what they see, third eye, third party of what they seen going on, maybe you should take into consideration and accountability. This is maybe what it was. And even if you didn't have that intention, apologize, or, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, people like this fuck up because they double down. They want to say, oh, you know what I'm saying, what everybody else saying, I don't care. I mean, I would care a little bit and be like, all right, well, if this is what y'all seen, this is what I was thinking, this was my intention, this is what I was trying to do. I wasn't trying to do that. But if it came off as that, then I apologize. But it don't look like she doing any of that.
What happened is between me and him. I will literally talk to him, and if he doesn't want to talk, that's completely fine. Whatever happens, I'm only worried about him. I'm worried if he's okay and if his mental is okay. That's it. Because at the end of the day, the person that really got hurt was him. And it wasn't me or nothing. So I'm not really over here being like, but what about me? It's like, Chad, I'm always be all right, bro. Trust me. But I want to make sure he's.
But what happened to her? What you mean? What about me? What happened to her? I didn't see anything happen to her. So what is she talking about?
Dead ass. Because he's been very nice. He's always been very nice to me, you know? Listen, I'm old enough to own up to what I did wrong. And during the situation, I genuinely 100% thought it was a joke. I just thought he was laughing, so I'm like, oh, like we all just laughing and geeking. But yeah, I see. It is wrong. It is really, really wrong. And what we did was wrong. You know, he clearly was uncomfortable with it, you know, and he was very hurt by it, so. That's all that we know.
Clearly, I'm not the person who the response is intended for, so I can't really speak on whether or not it's good, but I am going to speak on it anyways. In my opinion, in terms of like responses I've seen, because I have a reference point, it's definitely better than a lot of like the influencer apologies, but I don't really care. She contributed to harming a person in one of the worst ways possible, and it's up to Saeed to forgive her for real. At least Nina and Zoe did end up getting banned on Twitch, but even Unk had to ask the question that we were all thinking, and that's why now? The answer is exactly what Asmon Gold said.
Because nigga, the PR? What is you talking? You know that's what it was. PR? You know what I'm saying? And you know, we mess with Twitch, the platform, stuff like that. But that's all it was. Like if they would have swept it under the rug and they were able to, because obviously y'all said it happened a couple of months. You know what I'm saying? They would have. But since it's getting a lot of backlash, you know what I'm saying? They don't want to set up, you know, something that could happen worse in the future, or something like this happens again and somebody else gets banned and they're going to pull back and say, well, what about this situation that we're watching now? Why aren't they banned? So for PR measurements, they went ahead and banned it to stop this and this tracks and to snowball effect down into other problems with other people on the Twitch platform. That's what I believe.
And it's because Twitch only cares about the optics and not actually SA itself. So y'all know how the internet is. When niggas dogpile you, they go deep into the past, and they ended up finding a clip of Nina giving Disguised Toast a massage.
Okay, girl. No!
Now the clip is a little weird, but it isn't accompanied by the same energy as the Saeed clip. Now I don't see Disguised Toast talking about being made uncomfy or not being okay with what happened in that clip. And it's also clearly more playful. So let's not just throw every single clip into the pot and claim it's SA. That's bad. Then they also found
that is bad. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's a weird clip, but that seems more joking. You know, he didn't flinch, he didn't tense up, he ain't turn around like, what you doing? He just kind of let it happen, made a joke. You know what I'm saying? So I'll let that slide. I don't think that's too big of a deal. You know what I'm saying? But again, I know if the roles were reversed, people would have stuff to say about it, but I will let that one slide.
On some more clips of Nina and her cat, and they're just trying to pass it off as abuse.
Hi. We merry-go-round, Somi. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh, Somi, I'm sorry. Somi, I'm sorry. Somi, I'm so sorry, Somi.
I honestly don't think the clip is abuse. I own a dog, and I'd be getting carried away playing with her. And unlike the God of Thunder, Hassan, Nina at least immediately showed concern. So I'll give her that. Stop taking every clip, throwing it into the pot, and claiming it's abuse or something bad is happening.
But you know, that's how the community gonna do. If they catch you doing something bad, they gonna dig deep to be like, oh, this is a track record. When two things ain't got nothing to do with the other. I don't think those clips had anything to do with, you know what I'm saying, what happened to Saeed, but people were just trying to pile on like extra stuff like, oh, this is why she's bad because she abuses cats, and you know what I'm saying, she also gave another guy a massage and was touching him in other places that were non-appropriate. You know what I'm saying? But you can feel the energy being different. You can see the clips as they're different and have different intentions and stuff like that compared to the Saeed one, where the person the action was being done to was genuinely uncomfortable by the face. Obviously getting away from it showed a sign of uncomfortability. I get it. He was smiling and laughing. Obviously, I think that's a form of like I'm uncomfortable, but I'm just trying to smile through the pain, like smile through the uncomfortability and to keep it going. You know what I'm saying? Just so like I'm not ruining nothing, or, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, I don't believe that was his stream. So he didn't want to be, you know, a downer or look a certain way. So he just was like, you know what I'm saying, kind of kiki ha ha while he's trying to get away from it. But you can see from his body language that he was genuinely uncomfortable with what was going on.
Happening. You can't just do that. These clip pages are evil, actually. But now I want to take a minute to just talk about the misogyny that's present in the streamer space. And before niggas hop in my comments, I spent an entire video absolutely ripping Nina apart, okay? I'm my own person, and I'm gonna speak about what I feel. And what I feel is that this is less about holding Nina accountable and more of a byproduct of misogyny in the streamer space. Niggas been having a Nina hate campaign since she been beefing with this other streamer named YBG and some other stuff that's happened. And honestly, I haven't been too tapped in, but regardless, I don't really care. I just noticed that there isn't the same energy given towards her as other streamers. Deshae Frost, for example, we watched Buddy harass a woman in a store and nobody burned him at the stake like Nina. Instead, he got a Kai Cenat phone call and a slap on her wrist and then a one-way ticket to Streamer University.
And Capaholics. But that's just how the industry be. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you... Deshae was lucky he was able to build a reputation and a relationship with some of the big streamers. So when that came about, they were able to dig him out, where I feel like Nina and Zoe doesn't have those same relationships. So, you know what I'm saying? They don't have that helping hand to kind of pull them out. Like if you got a Kai Cenat, even a DDG to kind of boost you up or kind of show, you know what I'm saying, help you out in those situations, it can do extremely good as far as PR and to help your character. But if it was just him by himself, you know what I'm saying, and he didn't have those type of relationships or those type of people in his inner circle to kind of help him, it would have been even worse. But you know, that's all I think it is.
So when shit like this Nina stuff transpires, once again, I'm all for it. I think Shorty weird for what she did, and I'm disgusted, but let's just keep it consistent. Niggas keep saying, but if the roles were reversed, but they've basically been reversed for a while and nobody has done nothing. So I just don't take nobody seriously, at least not these streamers claiming if the roles were reversed or whatever. They be hanging out with like literal demons on some stuff. Maybe that's too far, but low key, some of these guys be demons. Dude, I just got done finishing the video and recording it or whatever, and I just seen these two crazy clips. I'm gonna just let you guys watch them, but it's Saeed saying that number one, Nina needs to get put in jail, and number two, she only reached out after the backlash. So just take a look.
it's not even canceling it. Like, straight up, she has to go to jail. And then this is Nina asking for my number twice. This is the first time. Nina's asking for her number. Do you want me to pass it on? Personally, I don't feel like talking to her right now, knowing that is the possible only reason is just for her to apologize just for that reason. And then the next day, she literally asked somebody else for my number, and I was just baffled because like, and then she went on stream saying that she reached out to me. Like she went to go and reach out to me, and it's just like, what in your right mind thinks that, like?
It's kind of crazy because I did say her response.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, she tried to reach out, but it seemed like if she only reaching out now is because obviously the bad publicity that she's been getting from the clips resurfacing. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you really felt bad about what you did, you would have already reached out a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? But we know how to be. You think shit be smooth, and you get backlash, and now you trying to clean it up by being like, oh, apologize so you can come back on your platform like, well, I apologize to him and we're cool, so blah, 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 so people let it go. And I think Saeed did you know, what he felt was right. He didn't want to talk to her because he knew the reason. It wasn't genuine. It was just so she can get the heat off her back. You know what I'm saying? She got 5 stars in GTA, and she trying to call Lester to, you know what I'm saying, get these stars up off me. You know what I'm saying? And it really wasn't a genuine, you know what I'm saying, apology. It was more just PR. And that's all this is right now. It's PR from Twitch, from Nina. And I still haven't heard Zoe say anything.
Was relatively good when you compare it to other like influencer apologies. But I mean, it just cements it. She disgusts me. So yeah, I mean, what else can I add to it? But that's really all I had to say. Subscribe for more unsolicited opinions. Y'all niggas be blessed. I'm gonna get up out of here. Bye-bye.
Yeah, I got 30.
W video from FVCKDH. We're gonna drop a sub. W. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so you know, I just think it's all PR based. It don't seem like, you know, she did do a good job at publicly apologizing. It was okay. I think that she should have led with that instead of, you know, I don't care what nobody else thinks, blah, blah, blah. But she said what she had to say, but she still came out and apologized. So, you know what I'm saying, I meant her for the apology. Still don't think it was genuine. But who am I? You know what I'm saying? I'm just here to give my opinions. But that was it for that video, man. Let me know what y'all think in the comments below. If the roles were reversed, you think it'd be different? If you know, the ban from Twitch was too late, do y'all think, you know what I'm saying, it should have been handled different? And if so, in which way? You know what I'm saying? So we're moving on to the next video.